don't know. Vominator turns vomit back to food.
I didn't even think about that.
Uh, 420 reel, right?
Roll.
Roll, 420 roll. Okay, good.
Good morning. Welcome to the Pleasure Saucer.
Always Private Theater and Private Fire.
Watch The Casey Waters Show, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. on URTV. To get interesting, eccentric, philosophical presentations and artwork by Judson Laird, which is manipulated using interesting graphic art techniques.
Hey John, how are you doing?
I'm good. So you're watching the 420 roll.
You're watching the 420 roll.
Right.
What is that?
takes a long time. It takes a long time to heal. Broken heart. Darling, when you were mine, made me feel so fine. Baby, right from the start. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to heal. Broken hearts. And if I could go back in time, if I could go back in time, you know I would. No, I would. It takes a long time. It takes a long, long time to heal. Broken heart. And if I could go back in time, you know I would. You know I would.
We are YUK and you're watching the 420 roll.
Like not scary.
Oh, Joe, you're so hot. That's my baby, Joe. Sorry, that happened too many times around. Don't bury your dick. That's why you have leather panties. He does have leather panties. I'm not kidding about that.
not entirely sure why
And that's what it's here.
it's a little box. I'm not entirely sure why it's a little box like that.
Well,
Here's move down. Get your teacup and move it on down. You know, so Marcia sent me a video from Disney's
Alice in Wonderland?
of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party.
Mm-hmm.
And I was amazed at how similar to our tea party the Mad Hatter's Tea Party was because of one particular thing, and that wasn't it, but that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yes, that was great. I enjoyed that immensely.
Be sure you come. You know, I didn't think of all the people that didn't get to experience that. Just
I feel honored.
I should have done that just a bit ago. The it just runs all over you, doesn't it? But the Disney's Mad Hatter and their tea party was going on, and the Mad Hatter says, clean cup. He goes and move down, and I'm thinking, well, that's just the same stuff I say all the time. Oh, move down over there, move. I'm always like moving everybody around and I'll get a clean cup, and and I thought how strange, and I have no idea on earth why. The Mad Hatter, why Disney's Mad Hatter, why he would have the line "move down."
Right.
I don't know why they would be moving down, or and a fresh cup and moving down. But that's just like us.
Yeah.
So maybe tea parties just do that. Maybe they just,
Tea party physics.
Right. Well, as people come and go.
Yes.
As people come and go. Right. Oh, well.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, our friend here, Ed, came in, and he seemed to be all about the early part of the show that you missed. He seemed to be all about plugging the establishment where he works, and I was, about to say something, then it seemed like he sort of eased off on it. Then he started doing it. Finally, I had to tell him, that's enough plugging of the thing, and he. And so then a little bit later on, I came up with this notion. I said, do you have cable TV there, don't you? And he goes, yeah, we have cable, And I said, and you have a TV there? Oh, we have projection TV there. And I said, so of course the people in the place where you work and now own part of it, of course you've got it tuned to channel 20 watching the tea part. Well, no, he says we don't. So I have suggested that that establishment run the tea party, and since they're open 24 hours a day, they can. Did you hear me talking about that stuff before?
No.
I've suggested since they're open 24 hours a day, they can also run the repeat.
Yeah.
On the tea party. Here, would you like to hear what the folks at home are hearing?
Sure.
See, and that's what our conversation sounds like. See.
I am the voice of Zool.
You're too loud.
Okay.
Okay.
I am the voice of Zool.
Oh, it stopped, didn't it?
What stopped?
The music, it became something different.
Now we have new music.
Yes. It was Bach, wasn't it?
This is some organ.
Yeah, I'll let that be.
Here you go.
But did you hear the Gregorian chants when you first put? Are they still going?
Yes. Well, I heard them the 420 roll.
Okay. Anyway, they were going. Apparently, they just ended when I handed it to the headphones. So, well, maybe I should. New music. I should listen. Oh yeah. Just a little bit. We don't want to have too much. Yeah. Hi there.
You guys know all this is going out over the air?
Oh yes.
Out over there. Oh, do they know they're on TV? We used to get calls that said. We used to get calls that would say, what is this I'm watching? People wanted to know.
Well, I had a few more minutes, so I thought I'd come in and elucidate.
Okay. Did you know you're on TV?
No.
Here, pass his cup back up to him.
I thought it was something I dreamed.
But
it does look a lot better 16 by 9.
That's yours, isn't it? With the swamp mush in the bottom that I made you.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm having serious
Yeah.
sluggishness with the thought of resuming regularly scheduled tapings of Pleasure Saucer.
I didn't know you'd stop.
Yeah, I took May off, and it
Is there
was,
tea in here?
yes,
Should be by now.
Should be nice.
Yeah, it's just.
Just the thought of going back to it is not filling me with glee.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's a lot of work for very little payoff. That's one reason.
Well, yes.
Well, perhaps you should do
What?
a totally new show like The Pleasure Plate.
The Pleasure Carafe, the Pleasure Gravy
The,
Boat.
the pleasure cup.
Yeah, you just barely started covering the field.
Now, for limited only, the entire Pleasure dinnerware set. I don't feel all that appreciated by the guests for another reason. Well, it hurts just a bit.
I can't top that one.
Appreciated by the. Well, but do you appreciate your guests?
I think I appreciate them quite a lot. I think I give a very good interview. I'm respectful. I listen. I ask what I think are rather intelligent questions.
Well, are they interviewing you or are you interviewing them?
I'm interviewing them.
Perhaps you should try it the other way around.
Make it their show.
You know the reason I wear the tinfoil fez?
Just to block.
Well, A, no, because actually tinfoil lets them in easier.
Yeah.
But no, B, because in actuality I'm a rather boring person.
Oh.
And how does the tinfoil help?
Because when people who wear tinfoil fezzes appear less boring than they are.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
You take person A, you take person B with a tinfoil fez.
See, what I think is, I think that you perceive yourself as more boring than you are.
I don't think you're boring at all. You're two
Well.
brothers now. We won't talk. No,
No, actually, I am very much.
I like Ben.
Bit
Your
Ted.
other brother I haven't met.
He doesn't come around. I want to get it come around because he could be another good sound engineer for URTV.
Oh.
He's very good at sound. He could probably help out a lot with the music for other shows. But you know,
Right. He could generate theme songs for various shows.
Oh, yeah.
He could because he has I think MIDI keyboards and things.
tons of stuff like that. He actually he's now sleeps in the cupboard. Because
He
he turns
sleeps in the cupboard.
he turns an entire room into a music creation center. It's like filled with keyboards and computers.
And there's no room to sleep.
No room
anymore.
to sleep whatsoever.
No, he sleeps
Barely
in
room
the
to
cupboard.
sit.
He sleeps only in the cupboard now.
Well, it's a big cupboard, but
That's probably a little bit more than I really wanted to know about the family, but that's okay.
he's heavily into
I'm not
his
at all
art.
surprised. However, it's pretty much the vision I've got of what.
Ted,
Well, they are a band of brothers.
we are brothers.
I've been
band.
over there and I've checked the. That's a great dog. What's that dog's name?
Jella.
Jella.
Yes.
They have a great dog. Very friendly
Jella.
dog.
The story of Jella is interesting. Jella belonged originally to a girlfriend of Mark's. I don't know if you met Mark. Mark's Ted's bandmate. The girl broke up with Mark, but left the dog with Mark.
Right.
So now we have this sort of refugee dog that doesn't quite belong to anybody, but they all feel obligated to take
It's
care
the
of.
house dog.
It's the house
but
dog.
everybody loves the dog. It's the house. It's everybody's dog, isn't
Well-
it? Everybody doesn't love the dog. Ted doesn't love the dog, maybe.
They all resent the dog a lot because the dog is big and dumb and crashes into things, but they're amazingly
remember
soft-hearted when it
people
comes
like
to animals. I mean, if there's just one person living there, you would call it the crazy person with the cats, but because there's an entire family living there, it doesn't seem quite so crazy.
People with the cats.
Yes. A lot of cats. A lot of cats. A lot of cats and a dog.
Well, we only have 7 cats at our house.
7 cats. That's impressive.
Only 7, and let's see, 7 birds.
Wow.
You got 7 cats and 7 birds. I can extrapolate from that. You have 7 lazy cats. I have 7 cats who have not yet found the solution, but they will.
They are extremely entertained by the birds.
Yes, of course they are.
The birds have their own room. The birds have their own room, and the birds are not often brought out. Once or twice a week, the birds are brought out of their room to the rest of the house, which was when the cats aren't allowed to just roam around the birds all the time, or they would have all figured it out and done it all. But
You
then
think cats can't open cages?
oh no, cats can open cages, and the cats would open the cages, but they only.
Throw up put it there.
Yeah, but the only time that the birds are brought out and around the cats, you see, then they're under the surveillance of the humans too. You see, because the birds are brought out for the humans' enjoyment, and so we sit and we have the birds out, and the cats
I think the cats get quite a bit of enjoyment out of it.
exactly. That's their favorite show. They love to watch the birds.
Yeah.
They really do like to watch the birds. Yes. They get really happy. But we won't let them play with the birds. They just have to watch, and they know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've never been very good with pets. I've just never had the knack. I had a gerbil in college.
Gerbil.
Did not work out well.
no.
No. It's not meant for caring for anything that small.
Is there any flavor to the tea?
A little bit. It's not bad tea.
Okay.
Not great tea. No, it's good.
It's not.
good
It's
tea.
not. Could you hand that one down? I'll take it anyway.
Careful.
And why don't you have a samovar?
A what?
A samovar.
A samovar.
Samovar. Samovar. It's a Russian tea-making device.
I don't know. No, I don't make Russian tea.
Do you know how much
I'm a loyal American.
Yeah. Do you know how
That's my only
much
excuse.
a restaurant quality espresso machine costs?
No, I think over 1,000. I'd say the $1,200 to $1,500 range for starters, running on up from there. But I would say the spread in general would be $1,200 to $2,400.
That's for a personal espresso machine. For a restaurant quality, certified restaurant quality, $7,000 to $10,000.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is obscenely expensive.
Uh-huh.
Which is why we can't lease one. For
But
the
if
24.
you're selling 400 espressos a day,
Well, yes, that's true. I mean, you can
at
definitely get your
what
money
we
back.
like to call yuppie rates,
I think they should just go with drip coffee.
you can
for
afford
the
to
first.
have a gold-plated one.
I think we should just go with the drip coffee for the first couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
You know, there's another possibility, considering the price of an espresso machine and being a mad scientist that I am.
You
Make-
should, invent one.
I believe I would build
missed,
one.
I missed this. What is this about espresso machines?
Oh,
It's just-
Firestorm Cafe
Yes.
is a new worker-owned business opening up where Edie's used to be downtown, Commerce Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm friends with the people who are starting it. It's a great project. Looks like it'll be very, very cool. And they're going to have a panini machine. They're going to have wraps. They're going to have drinks. They're going to have baked goods. But the one thing they don't have for the opening, which is this Saturday, is an espresso machine. Because when they don't have all the parts for it yet. They're getting them. They should be up in next couple of weeks. But
They need to borrow one.
yes, but because it costs $10,000 to $7,000, no one really has one just laying around. That's the problem.
Or even one to rent.
Can we keep it quasi non-commercial?
Okay. So, I
Be
just-
wary of you're delving into realms of.
Okay.
And be sure to come over. You might as well do the Matt Howard and just look at the camera.
Yes.
Anyway,
Come on down, and folks. Keep them cards and letters coming in, and folks, don't forget those checks, because them's what keeps us on the air.
oh, if only. What was I going to say? But we only got the, and you can't. It costs the arm and leg to lease one.
Yes.
And you can't buy one if you use up all your budget and everything else. So they're a bit of a fix on that, which is
Well, just tell
distressing.
people we don't serve espresso. They got all that other good stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
But
And the problem-
this particular place that we're talking about has 30 owners, right?
Yes.
It has 30 owners. So it's not really a business. It's more like a community center. If it has 30 owners,
Well,
that's
it's a co-op.
More like a community center.
right.
It's a co-op.
Right. It's more. It has 30 owners. So it's more like
There's no way
it's more like a club.
A
I'd call
small
it.
coffee shop in Nashville with 30 owners will make it.
You don't think so? Why not?
You say you don't think
30
so?
people cannot make a living wage out of one little coffee shop.
Oh, and they're not. No, they're not intending to. No one there works full time. Everyone has
Well,
like.
they can't. There's not enough work for 30
No.
people to do.
I mean, everyone has like one shift per week.
I've washed my eighth of this coffee cup. Who's next?
Well, yeah, it's one way to look at it. But
I hope they get a dishwasher if they have Chinaware. You know, if they have dishes.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. I don't think they. No, I don't think you can do that. Actually, you have to let it air dry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
health and safety guidelines, that sort of thing. You have to let it air
Well,
dry.
the Hobart things, you know.
Not,
Okay.
not involved in that.
Okay.
They're mostly involved in the merchandise aspect.
Okay. Well, I don't know if y'all mind that I run the tea set through a dishwasher. I do run it through a dishwasher, but a dishwasher also works to, at least the one we have at our house, works also to a degree like an autoclave.
very tasty soup. Thank you.
Yeah. And sometimes I actually run another wash cycle just to make sure I rinse all the soap out of them. But
You sterilize them with a flamethrower, right?
well, it has it has heating coils or whatever in there. And
High octane tea.
It acts as an autoclave, because I know if I open it up right at the end of the drying cycle or whatever, it'll almost burn your hands. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
You know. So they've been cooked. It cooks the plates.
Good.
Right. Well, fascinating. Yeah.
So what do we do for the next 10 minutes?
Okay. Sure.
We have 14 minutes left. What do we do?
Well,
We talk.
We talk.
we find that the end roll, which I'm needing to make a new end roll, in order to.
Well, if you drop some jam on it, you'd have a jelly roll.
All right.
You don't have to compensate for him leaving. Really, you don't have to.
Oh, I was doing it many years for you.
Okay. So it is.
Devotee of the horrid pun.
Yes.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. I just loaded it up a little
Oh,
earlier.
Okay.
you haven't done anything.
Huh?
But you haven't actually done anything.
Done anything? I mean, I just loaded it. What?
You just got loaded and you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You just,
Well, when I get loaded, I often can't do anything
well,
whatsoever.
that's true, yeah.
So your show is going to get plugged yet again. The show that you don't even want to do.
I want to do it. It's just I have these mid-season slumps. Just need to get over it.
This is your first season.
I know. Well, in life, I have mid-season slumps.
All you really need is
Well, this is your first live,
all you really need is an appreciative guest.
I think.
I don't know. I don't know what I need. I probably just need to get back into it, even if
Sounds
it's a
like
grind.
manic depression, except you don't know. Yeah, manic. It's Jimi Hendrix song. He says, "I know what I want. I just don't know how to go about getting it."
Yeah.
That's the human condition right
So,
there.
are you a fan of Jimi Hendrix?
I like some of the things he's done.
Okay, I'm an enormous fan of Jimi Hendrix. Just all around, not only his musical abilities, but it turns out he was actually quite a philosopher in his own way. You know, so, I'm a huge fan. The guy was just brilliant.
Died young.
He did that. He sure did. But it's so crazy because you listen to his songs. I mean, I know this is trite. Everybody knows and talks about it and stuff. But you listen to his songs and he's singing, he says, "I know I'm going to die when it's my time, to die. And so let me live my life the way I want to," he says, and stuff like that. And then it went right about dying, and what have you. It was...
I read a novel once, a science fiction novel, about this character who had this weird psychic ability to mentally record great lost albums.
Yeah.
Like the Beach Boys album they were going to make but never got to make because the lead singer went crazy, that sort of thing. Just the great lost albums of history, he was able to mentally project them onto like a reel-to-reel or something like that.
Oh, I see.
It was just very, very interesting book going through the history of all these what-ifs of music and stuff like that.
Well, speaking of science fiction, I just heard this the other day.
What's that?
They're making a Lazarus Long movie.
Remind me of that.
Lazarus Long, Robert
Lazarus
Englund.
Long. Oh,
The Lazarus Long.
That's interesting.
Methuselah's Children,
All
Time
right.
Enough for Love.
Cool.
Yes.
I assume you're a fan of Isaac Asimov.
Yes, and he was a fan of mine.
Oh, was he indeed?
He really was. I've got a framed letter on the wall to prove it.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Of course, I wrote an article called "The Incredible Dr. Asimov," and he sent me a fan letter.
Oh, that's great.
But he did. He was very nice.
What did you think of iRobot?
It was great when they first came out. What are you talking about? The movie?
I'm talking about the
books?
movie. The movie.
Nah, the movies are no good. Read the books.
I
The whole
have read the
series,
books.
Elijah Balin, the whole thing.
I have read them.
Yeah, I thought the movies were dismal.
The movie
Really?
was silly.
I don't know about silly.
Yeah, it's silly.
I mean, I just thought it was clever the way they combined so many of the robot short stories into one movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I enjoyed it. I've watched it 2 or 3 times, but it's not as good as the books.
Right. So have you gotten cable TV to your house yet? I'm assuming no.
No.
Okay, and you know how I guessed that right, didn't I? I
Yes.
guessed no, because I've also been asking, you know that I've been concerned about other people that are associated in various degrees, most of which are like on the payroll of URTV, that I asked, do you have cable TV now at your house? Because I thought, this was
I'm not on the payroll of URTV. I didn't
and
know
you're
they
not
had
even,
one.
you're not on the
I gotta
payroll.
sign up.
You're not on the payroll, but you are on the board, which
Yes,
is
that's
almost
right.
as good. Your involvement with URTV is more than your average producer,
That's
even
true.
here.
That's
Not only
true.
are you our most prolific producer, but you're also on
And
the
I'm
board
intensely interested in the quality and et cetera, et
of
cetera.
directors, and
Yeah.
you don't have cable TV
That's
to
right.
your house. And when there are other people that don't have, are there any board members that you know? I know of one board member that has cable TV to his house and watches URTV.
One?
Yes. Do you know of any others? I'm thinking
I
of
don't
Joe.
even know that one. Joe does.
Joe has cable TV and he watches.
Graduate, we call him now. The graduate. We
The
call him.
graduate, yes, right. Well, he watches the show. Hi, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
And I was just wondering if anybody,
Congratulations.
if any of the board members have cable TV, because none of the staff do.
Well, but no, that's really valid. And I encourage other board members to come down here more.
I try to get them to
what's
come to
going
the
on.
tea party. I love
Yeah.
board members to come to the tea party, and I would particularly like some of our board members to come to the tea party. And I have gotten to tea party right on through. Friday the 13th of June.
Friday the 13th. How can you forget that?
So I will have.
Guy in funny mask and all.
I will have tea right here. I'll start all fresh pots and everything right
great.
for 7, and so everybody's invited to come through, and I'm
That's
hoping.
right. And if you out there, if you haven't been to or understand what public access TV is, come down on Thursday or Friday and sit in with Dr. John on the tea party. And John, this is Dr. John, Dr. John, right?
Reverend John.
Reverend John.
St. John. But come down and sit here and drink the free tea, but bring cookies.
Reverend Robinson. We have more cookies, by the way. I'm sorry.
I think I'm good for
I'm
cookies.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But come and learn what URTV is and the incredible benefits it gives you.
that's right. Well, we've been okay, and above all, and I'm getting ready to push a button over here. and
Watch
we're gonna-
Rapid Ralph every Monday at 7 on URTV channel 20.
above
in the land
all-
of the sky, Asheville, North Carolina.
I'm sorry. Do it again. Just do it again.
Do it again. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. Above all, be sure and come to
Rapid Ralph.
the
Tea
benefit.
party.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the benefit tomorrow night.
yes.
Benefit. It's a benefit. There's for the benefit of URTV. Yes, come to the URTV benefit. That's right. You want to come to the URTV benefit Friday night. Tell us about it.
Great Eagle.
Good morning. Welcome to the Pleasure Saucer. Cry Theater and Private Fire.
Featuring the Secret B-Sides, The Mend, and Electric Ghost Collective. All proceeds go to benefit URTV.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
The place to be is the Gray Eagle
Yes.
for the URTV benefit.
Yes.
Meet all kinds of famous URTV personalities. The staff from Mount Dungeon will all be there and be drunk.
Yes.
Right? And
Get dirt on us.
yeah, you know.
We will have loose lips. Also, I would just like to mention on Saturday,
You might clear that with Jonathan.
well, this is free events.
Okay.
We got the band Braid Stream, Nature Crafts for the kids at 3 p.m., and Old Time Music Jam at the grand opening of the Firestorm Cafe and Books. Come, you don't have to spend any money whatsoever. It can be a completely free event, including free coffee. And you should come and enjoy the bands and bring your kids for Nature Crafts and come bring your banjo, harmonica, and or fiddle for the Old Time Music Jam. Or just come to enjoy the music.
Okay.
Sure, be great.
And with the most important is Gray Eagle
yes.
tomorrow night at the Gray Eagle. Now, make sure somebody comes on tomorrow and reminds
I intend to be here
carry
tomorrow.
that message for tomorrow night that the Gray Eagle, be there or just be not
Cast
there.
to the outer darkness.
That's right. Cast to the outer darkness. It certainly is. That's right. And remember that things are more like they are now than they ever have been. And it's a proven scientific fact that if there's something moving on the screen and noise coming out of the box, people will sit and watch it. That's the proven scientific fact.
Worst ghost thing I ever did.
Okay, and we're going to have the Ghost Collective.
Electric Ghost Collective.
Electric Ghost Collective
Yes.
is, help me with my memory. Weren't they really a good sounding band? That electric thing.
I think they were, yeah. They dressed a lot more extreme than their music suggested. I mean, they were like all emo and goth.